Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another beautiful Tuesday evening. It's Tuesday Bible series with Auntie Bouquet, and I'm glad to have you here with me today. Easter special is over, so we're going to continue from where we stopped 3 Tuesdays ago. Today, we're going to be talking on the story of Isaac. Isaac sowed in the land. After he got married to Rebecca, there was another famine recorded in the Bible. The famine during Abraham was different from the famine during Isaac. But both of them were actually in the land of Canaan when the famine occurred. So Abraham experienced famine, Isaac experienced famine. Jacob also experienced famine. But we're going to concentrate on the story of Isaac today. Isaac experienced famine. But before we go into today, let me just talk about something that happened in the book of Genesis 20 that I want to use to reflect on this particular series. The book of Genesis chapter 20. Abraham lied again. He lied when he went to Egypt. He lied and said Sarah was his wife. He lied again when he came back to the land of Canaan and said Sarah was his sister, not his wife. Abimelech the king took Sarah when he heard and took Sarah as a wife. God was so angry that God shut the womb of everybody in the household of Abimelech, both the wives, the maidservants, anyone that is a female, both the young one, the old one. God shut their womb because of Sarah. So he got married to Sarah and he just kept Sarah, and he was marrying. He said there was a night he slept and he had a dream. And God said, "You're a dead man. Abimelech, you're a dead man. You took somebody's wife. You took my friend Abraham, a servant of God's wife. You took a prophet's wife." And Abimelech in the dream was like, "I didn't know. He told me it was a sister. I didn't know." And God said, "I actually didn't want you to sin. That's why I came to tell you that that man is not just an ordinary man. He's a prophet. You don't take a prophet's wife. So go back to that man, call that man, and give that man back his wife. And he will pray for you." So Abimelech called Abraham and said, Why? What have I done wrong? Why did you have to lie?" And Abraham said, "It was actually not a lie. Sarah is my sister and my wife." And Abimelech was confused. "I don't get. How can your sister be your wife?" He said, "Sarah and I are from the same father, but different mother." Abimelech said, "Okay, but this is your wife. Take and pray for me. I'm going to give you a lot of things." He gave maid servants, silver coins, so many things. And Abraham prayed for Abimelech. And immediately Abraham prayed for Abimelech, God opened the womb of every female in the family of Abimelech. Now, Isaac in the same land lied about Rebecca. When he was asked, "Who is that person?" she said, "She's my sister." So one day Abimelech was by the window, but caution, he doesn't just take it. He has learned his lesson, so he didn't even bother. But one day he was in the window and saw the way Isaac and Rebecca were doing. He was like, "These ones cannot be siblings. Siblings can't do this. This is his wife." And he called Isaac. "Why did you lie that she's your sister when you know she's your wife?" He said, "I don't want to die. I don't want to be killed." Abimelech said, "Why do you do such things? What if somebody had interest and took her?" Abimelech now summoned everybody and told them, "This man Isaac, that woman is his wife. Nobody should go near them." So we go on. So after that incident, in Genesis chapter 26, there was famine in the land. There was famine in the land. And God told Isaac that don't leave this land. Don't leave this land. Stay. Don't go to Egypt. Same situation. Different instruction. Did you hear what I just said? Same situation with his father. His father had the same land Abraham was. There was famine. God told Abraham to go to Egypt. Isaac was in that land. God told Isaac to stay. Do you know there's something called territorial blessing? When Abraham went to Egypt, he came out with a lot of things, which are, he went with Lot, they came out and kept the same land, and the herdsmen of, you remember we talked about it, the herdsmen, and if today is your first time viewing my channel, I will ask you to subscribe to my channel. Then you can also go through my channels and check the story of Isaac or Abraham. I've said this particular thing, I've said this particular Bible story few months back. So when Abraham was in Egypt, when he left Egypt, he left with abundance because he was given the go ahead to go. Now Isaac was warned, don't leave this land. I said it earlier, same situation, different instruction. We should be careful not to follow the crowd. Be careful not to follow the crowd. The fact that the same thing is happening with you, and maybe even your parents has gone through it before, or maybe because your sibling is going through it and your sibling did something and it worked for them, that does not mean you should do it. There's something every child of God should learn to do. Cultivate the habits of seeking, asking before doing. It was the same situation. There was famine. The next thing when there's famine is to move. But he was told not to move. So Isaac did what? Stayed in the land and started sowing in the land. You can imagine when it's sowed. You know, when there's famine, the land is dry, the land is cracked, the land, how can that land yield anything? But Isaac understands the system of agriculture. See, when he did it, it wasn't as if he sowed and he just went to sleep and he just said, God will do it. No. Every child of God has a part to play. He played his part. You hear it in the Bible. This thing I say, Paul planted, Apollo watered, God gave the increase. Isaac planted, Isaac watered, and God gave him the increase. You know, like I said, there's something they call territorial blessing. The blessing Isaac received from staying in the land of Canaan was so huge. So Isaac, knowing he served, he obeyed, and he sowed in that land, and that same year received an 100-fold. And God blessed him, and he grew and kept growing, and he became a mighty man in the land of the Philistines. That even the king envied him. Everybody was like, where's this boy? He just came to our land. Even when everybody don't have anything, he's just there and he's making wave. What is happening? Like, let me read what it was written. It said, he had possession of flocks, of herds, of servants. You know, when there is famine, that is when you don't have servants because you have so many mouths to feed. No. This was not the thing with Isaac. When there was famine in that land, he had more than enough. He became so great. He had servants. That means he could feed, at the time, could feed 600 people, and he was okay with it. Nothing was happening. God bless him. That even the king of the land, Abimelech, envied him. They envied him. And he told him, please, leave our land. You are even greater than us. Every blessing attracts envy. Don't be deceived. That you will bless. Don't see it as a way of place of comfort. It's the place that attracts a lot of blessings. You know, when you keep going higher, that's when you know who your true friends are. Those that can take your capacity. This time around, the Philistines sent him away. Do you know jealousy is a feeling that comes to everybody. It is what you do with it that makes it different. This particular time, they were so envious of him that they felt it's better he's not seen. When we don't see it, we don't feel the pain. So they sent him away. He left and he went to build a tent in the valley. He still did not leave the land. How will he go? That was where he made his money. He didn't go. He stayed in that land. But he left the city and went to the valley and built a tent for